The CEO of State Farm is taking his case to the governor to stop legislation allowing Illinois' government to determine if rates for homeowners insurance are too high. John Farney wrote to Governor J.B. Pritzker last Wednesday, saying the bill would, quote, destroy Illinois' current healthy insurance market by undermining rate predictability and market stability. Farney argues the Bloomington-based insurer is keeping premiums affordable for Illinois homeowners and well below the national average. He added the state is facing unprecedented weather-related losses as inflation has driven up costs to repair and replace homes. In response, Governor Pritzker said the state's insurance department cannot enforce lower insurance rates if it thinks they're too high. The governor says the Department of Insurance will only review unfair insurance rates, as a quote there, and file an objection to the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. Pritzker added, quote, as long as State Farm is using fair market-based rates, it has nothing to be concerned about. We have more details on our website. You may have seen it and